All right, it's Wednesday, July 16th, just following up on the SPY. Discussed how I bought some puts here as it was consolidating near the open. It moved lower. I scaled out when it took out the pre-market lows to set up an overage trade. Now that it's moved all the way down to kind of that first target area, this yellow line, which was the low of the previous week, it can go a lot lower than this, but this is kind of a major target here. If you look at the daily chart, we're kind of working right down to that expected, low end of the range that I was talking about yesterday once it started failing that I expected it to hit. So now that we're down here, I decided to scale out some more of the trade. I bought the 630 puts at 833, scaled out at 10 to set up an overage trade, just sold some more at 1150. They just hit 12 a second ago. So, we could still break through this area. It's still kind of a target, but it's also an area maybe it finds a little bit of, pausing down in this area right here. So we'll see what happens. That doesn't mean the day's going to reverse, but we'll see how much lower it wants to go. Obviously a nice follow through from yesterday, and that was all kind of expected once yesterday's price action unfolded to the downside, failing to break out above the weekly high and then coming back through the range. So now we get to see at the bottom of the range what really happens here. We'll see how this day ends up. Is it strongly red? If it really wants to follow through below here without any kind, you almost expect it to pause in this area, but if it doesn't, or if it just pauses a little bit and then continues lower, at some point in the days ahead, you have some definite pivot machine gun targets and gaps to fill down below. So definitely, following through strongly from yesterday, good put buying yesterday and today. To me, this is a logical kind of pause area intraday, so we'll see what happens, but just wanted to follow up on the SPY and at least discuss how, this failure yesterday kind of signaled a move down to here. So all kinds of ways to play it, and now we get to kind of watch what happens here, how this daily bar ends up, how the weekly bar ends up. And again, we're still in an uptrend overall, but at some point in these uptrends, you do expect some red weeks and maybe even a little bit of follow through, beyond that every so often too. So we haven't done that in a while. We've just kind of been pausing with one single red bars. Here's a double one that kind of held the same area. At some point you might get a deeper pullback. So at all-time highs, that's not surprising at all, and that's where we're heading. But like I said, this to me would be a first little pause area during the day, and we're going to see how this bar ends up. It could slice right through here. We'll find that out as well. So good trading puts on the SPY the last couple of days, and to me, I scaled out along the way on the way down, and we're kind of going to see how things unfold for the rest of the day.